Hello and welcome to the third lesson in our modern medicine unit. Now here you can see 4 different images. We've got the Eagle Pub in Cambridge, a German monk, Cambridge Science Laboratories and some garden peas. Today I'm going to tell you the story that connects all of these together. That's the story of the discovery of DNA. So we're going to be asking this question today. Was the discovery of DNA a turning point in modern medicine? First thing, you need to know the story of DNA itself. Let's start with the founder of genetics, a German scientist named Mendel. Watch the clip and note down in bullet points any key facts. So Mendel is considered the founder of genetics because he came up with the idea of the fundamental laws of inheritance. He theorised that genes came in pairs and one is inherited from each parent. This is really important and a major step forward. But the problem was, he didn't have scientific proof that his laws were correct. Microscopes were not yet powerful enough to identify gene pairs. So, at the time, Mendel's work did not really have much effect. Mendel is important in laying the foundation of modern genetics. However, it's 2 other scientists who make the really big breakthrough of discovering the DNA double helix. These 2 scientists are James Watson and Francis Crick, both of whom were research scientists at Cambridge University in the 1950s. The work of Crick and Watson is really important because it moves forward understanding of the cause of disease. By the 1950s, scientists understood that lots of disease was caused by bacteria, by microbes. However, that doesn't explain all disease. For example, genetic diseases like haemophilia or cystic fibrosis. So this discovery allowed scientists to understand genetic cause of disease. Crick and Watson have rightly been celebrated as the great discoverers of the DNA helix. However, their work was the result of the work of many other scientists as well, particularly the work of Rosalind Franklin. She was a scientist at King's College, London, and she produced the X-ray photographs of DNA that allowed Crick and Watson to make the discovery. However, Franklin died before her work within the DNA discovery could be acknowledged. And so Crick, Watson and Wilkins received a Nobel Prize for their work, but Franklin did not. She is one of the great forgotten women of scientific history. So whilst DNA was really important in moving forward our understanding of the cause of disease, some might argue it's actually had very little impact on forms of treatment. We understand why genetic disease occurs, but we can't yet treat that genetic disease. However, if you look at the next slides, you'll see some ways the discovery of DNA has impacted modern medicine. You need to sort these into the 3 boxes here: treating disease, understanding disease, and preventing disease. Now, when Crick and Watson discovered the helix, they went next door to the Eagle Pub and they announced to the lunchtime crowd, "We have discovered the secret of life." Clearly, they believed their discovery was a turning point in the history of medicine. But do you agree? I'd like you to think about this. What actually is a turning point in history? What makes something a turning point rather than just a change? Can you come up with a list of criteria that would make something a turning point? Now I'd like you to find evidence that the discovery of DNA was a turning point in medicine, but also that it was not a turning point. To help you, some ideas are on the next slide. Conclusion time. Was the discovery of DNA a turning point? Yes, it's very important in changing our understanding of the cause of disease. But arguably, it's had very limited impact upon forms of treatment. Maybe it's more important in terms of prevention. You make the decision. Was it a turning point?